Welcome back as we recap day 2 of Brandon Vandenberg's rape trial. It's his second trial. He's already found guilty once. This is the retrial. We have gavel-to-gavel coverage here on the Plus. Now, this is our final segment tonight on OpenLine. And what we're going to do, we're going to play the rest of G.L. Black's testimony, in which you are hearing an audio recording of what Brandon Vandenberg told Vanderbilt officials. Law enforcement thought not there. This was days after the incident, what he said to Vanderbilt officials. Then, after that, we're going to hear from Detective Jason Mayo, Metro detective, who was part of this case. So we'll begin with the Associate Dean of Students in that interview right now.
So then there's another point at which several other people come sort of to your room, like Chris Boyd and Michael Retta and DeAndre Woods and Dylan. Do you remember when they arrived at Gillette?
Honestly, I don't remember them coming in my room. Okay.
But you said you left with Dylan to go back to East, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did, but I don't remember all of them coming back to my room.
Okay. Did you call Chris Boyd or text him and ask him to come over to help you with a drunk person?
I called Dylan.
You called Dylan?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you know if did Dylan call Chris maybe, or?
I don't know. I know they live right next to each other. Okay. But I don't know, to be honest.
Okay.
I didn't ask him about it. He just said, I'll meet you so you can go to my dorm, because I can't get into the dorm without them.
Right.
So.
Okay. So if you called Dylan to ask him for help, and then he came over, and then how did he assist with the situation?
He helped me put her into her bed, or my bed, and just like come sleep in my room, dude.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And you don't remember Chris Boyd being there at that point in time?
No.
Or DeAndre Woods?
I don't remember DeAndre or Retta.
Okay.
Maybe Retta, there is a black person there. I don't remember.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So I want to go back to before you called Dylan and before those guys were over there, and it was just you and Corey and Tip and the other Brandon. So at that point in time, was on the ground in your room?
She was throwing.
Okay. And at some point, did she stop throwing up? And was she passed out on the floor in your room?
She looked like her. She was awake. She just wasn't talking.
Okay.
Very coherent, I guess.
Did Corey Beatty have sex?
No.
And did Tip McKenzie have sex with? Okay, and what about Brandon Banks? Okay. And you did not engage in any sexual activity? Okay. And you did not ever take any photographs of while she was passed out? Not even by the elevator? When you guys were bringing her up?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. And Brandon Banks didn't take any photos?
I don't think so. Honestly, I can't remember. I don't have any photos on my phone or anything. I don't think I took a picture of her by the elevator.
Okay. Okay. And when you saw Sunday, did she say anything about Saturday night or anything that had happened?
She just said sorry that she messed up my room and that she was sloppy, she said. And then other than that, no, she just came over and wanted to hang out for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
Okay. Have you talked to her since then?
Yeah, I texted her once or twice, but not really since yesterday.
Okay. So you know nothing about a video of Corey or Tip having sex with
Boy, that really sets up what is yet to come in this trial. We want to fast forward the day's events to toward the end of the day. Sex crimes detective Jason Mayo with the Metro Police Department took the stand. Let's listen to as much of that testimony as we can before the show ends. We got about 10 minutes here, so let's take a listen to Jason Mayo.
Sir, would you please tell us your name and spell your last name for us?
Jason Mayo, M-A-Y-O.
By whom are you employed?
The Metro Nashville Police Department.
How long have you been so employed?
Since January of 2000.
And in January of 2000, when you came with the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, what was your first assignment?
After graduating the police academy, you're assigned to the patrol division with a training officer for 6 months, and then you're out on your own.
And how long did you stay in patrol?
Till 2009.
And what happened after that?
In 2009, I transferred to the sex crimes unit within the Metro Police Department.
And how long have you spent now in sex crimes?
Coming up on 7 years.
So were you working in that capacity back in June of 2013 and thereafter?
I was.
Okay. Pardon me. Is the unit, the sex abuse unit, is that localized to like one part of town, cover the entire county? Just explain a little bit, what do you do in that unit?
We cover the entire county. We work cases in every part of Davidson County.
And are you assigned a specific shift to work?
You are, yes.
Okay. And in June of 2013, did there come a time when it was your turn to be assigned a particular case that's led you here today?
It was, yes.
Okay. Do you recall approximately the time and perhaps the date that you were first notified about this?
June the 26th, I believe, of 2013, I received a phone call from my supervisor as I was getting ready for work to come in. I was working the evening shift that time. I came into the office around 2:30 in the afternoon, and I received that phone call from my supervisor around 2 or 2:30 in the afternoon.
And who was your supervisor at that time?
Sergeant Mike Shreve.
And for the court reporter, how do you spell his last name?
S-H-R-E-E-V-E.
And is Sergeant Shreve now in the world of retirement?
He is.
All right. So, being your sergeant, was he obviously a supervisor and one who would tell you what to do?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. Now, certainly do not want to go into anything the sergeant may have told you, but pursuant to his directive,
yes,
when you came on duty, where, if anywhere, did you go, and what, if anything, did you do that afternoon?
I was asked to respond to the Vanderbilt University Police Department's administrative building where the Criminal Investigation Division is housed.
Okay. Had you ever been to that building before?
Not that particular building, no.
Okay. Do you remember anything, what it's like, where it is?
Well, I believe it's moved since then, but at that time, it was kind of by itself in a building by itself, and it was just basically administrative offices and things of that nature in that building that I remember.
Okay. I want to ask, had you worked in the years that you've been with the police department, Metro Nashville Police Department, had you worked with Vanderbilt University Police Department?
On occasion, yes.
And do they have a patrol unit, marked unit, as well as detective units?
Yes, they do, yes.
Okay. May getting a little bit far, but is the patrol unit and the detective units, are they in the same building, or?
At that time, they weren't.
Oh,
no.
okay. All right. So you go to the administrative building, and again, without telling what people would have told you, but who, if anyone, did you meet with there?
I met with, of course, my sergeant, who was there, Lieutenant Barrios from Vanderbilt University Police Department.
And perhaps for the court reporter, if you know how to spell his last name.
It's a female,
I'm sorry.
B-E-R-O-I-S.
Okay. Close enough.
Close.
All right.
And then I was asked to meet with the victim in this case.
Okay. And approximately what time was it, we know when you got the call.
Right.
Approximately what time was it when you got to Vanderbilt, the police, the detective?
By the time I got through traffic, it was probably 3 3:30, somewhere in that time frame when I eventually got there.
Okay.